This incident was narrated to me by my late father and happened sometime in the early 1960s. I would like to give a bit of background about my dad, who was born and bred in Hyderabad, Deccan, and was a medical doctor by profession, having graduated from the Osmania University. He migrated to Karachi, Pakistan in the late 1960s, and this incident is from his teenage life. He married here in Karachi. As a result, I and my siblings were born here and haven't visited India yet. Hence, I welcome any corrections regarding any sort of misunderstandings that I may have regarding Hyderabad, Deccan, or India in general, as I am not a native, and I am sure you all will overlook such misconceptions. My father had a lot of fond memories from his beautiful and historic birthplace of India and used to tell us many stories from his childhood. Many pleasant, however, a few very strange, of which this one disturbing incident was downright chilling, which used to scare the living daylights out of us when we were children. According to my father, Hyderabad, Deccan was not much developed in terms of industrialization in those days as it is definitely now, and the outskirts of the city were relatively less developed. This experience happened in my father's maternal aunt's house in such a locale. The house had ground plus one floor, and on the ground floor just adjacent to the exit door there was a large caged enclosure for chickens adhered to the entire length of the wall, as was customary to have in quite a few houses those days for domestication purposes. The exit from the ground floor led into the spacious courtyard which led to the outside of the house through the main gate. In the summer, it was common for the family to relax in the courtyard at night after dinner, lying down and resting on charpoys, sort of a light wooden bed, placed at some distance from the main gate. It was one such night, when my father and his cousin, aunt's son, had dinner earlier than usual and decided to relax in the courtyard, chatting and playing board games. They got tired after staying up late and decided to sleep outside on a charpoy located some distance from the main entrance of the house, which was clearly visible from the foot end of the charpoy. My dad was really tired and went into deep sleep immediately, while his cousin was mildly sleepy and was lost deep in his thoughts with his eyes half closed. The night was quiet and there was pin-drop silence. After a while, he heard a slow creaking sound like the metal entrance of the house slowly opening to the inside. It disturbed him a bit as it was already past midnight and people those days used to go to sleep early. What he saw next took the wind out of him as he froze and felt chills down his spine. He saw an almost 7 feet tall figure dressed in black with no head entering the main entrance, slowly in a dragging manner. It was not apparent whether it was a man or woman. It slowly walked past them towards the entrance door of the ground floor where the chicken enclosure was situated. The poor boy was frozen in his place, unable to utter any sound, frightened at the eerie sight. For a long time, there was no sound from inside, like the entity just disappeared. But after what felt like ages, his cousin again heard the slow dragging sound of the figure moving and slowly walking back towards the main entrance of the house and exiting the open gate. The boy, now gathering a bit of courage to move, pulled his blanket on his face and started reciting verses from the Holy Scripture. For obvious reasons, he couldn't sleep the entire night and narrated the whole incident to my dad when he woke up. His cousin was really sick and frightened, so my dad decided to check the passage from where the figure passed by. When my dad came to the chicken enclosure, he was shocked to see all the chickens were dead. He was shocked to see all the chickens were dead. Just a heap of chickens with their necks neatly twisted the other way round. This horrifying and surreal sight sent him running through the house, waking all the family members, who had absolutely no idea that the figure even came at night. What really shocked everyone was the fact that not even a single chicken out of many even made any slightest sort of sound so as to alert anyone. How come all the chickens just sat there quiet and still while the headless specter was killing them one by one? Needless to say, the family members stopped using the courtyard for any sort of recreation or leisure after that. My father had no idea to the day he last narrated this incident what that entity was, where it came from, and whether it had any attachment to the house before or after that incident. The experience is narrated to the best of my ability as I can recall it, and I would like to know what you guys think. So, friends, if you enjoyed this story, please like the video, share it, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let us know in the comments what you thought of the story. If you'd like to share your own story on this channel, feel free to comment. I'd love to feature your story in an upcoming video. See you in the next one.